And it looks like Socke coming up with his units, going to try and attack this Marauder ball here. Of course, it looks like a lot of Marauders, not a whole lot of Marines, and we do have a Ghost in there as well. Storm's coming down. Feedback did go down on one of those medevacs, I believe, and it looks like he's going after that command center, going to try and take that. Yeah, down goes that command center, pushing Tarson back into the wall. More feedback going down on these medevacs, and another storm coming down. More storms coming down, taking out those SCVs, taking out a bunch of Marauders. Zealots going after that Marauder line. Good use of force fields here, stopping anything from coming into support. And of course, that Ghost also stuck there, coming in, sniping out a little bit, bringing out the EMP on that Zealot. And it looks like out of all of that, Tarson was able to maintain his defense, even though it looked like Socke had the huge upper hand there. And Tarson forced to rebuild his command center that he was in the middle of making. And Socke just pulling back with what he had left. He knew he was not going to be able to make that. And of course, spawning another Zealot there. And he's going back to lick his wounds. And up here, we do have SCVs finding this expansion. So I'm sure Tarson will be coming up there next. It's very exploitable right now. Only two photon cannons in the vicinity now. And nothing else to defend up here yet. It looks like Socke trying to get up there to defend. One Void Ray up there. Nothing really to hit there except that Ghost. That Ghost goes out really fast. And that Void Ray going to try and do something. Of course, it can't work alone, but more storms coming down, taking out those Marine and Marauders. That Void Ray going to town on those medevacs. And in comes the rest of Socke's forces as that Nexus goes down. He's going to be forced to rebuild there. But a small price to pay for what Tarson had to pay here to bring in all of his units. Of course, retreating with what he had coming up north to reinforce. Oh, what an amazing show here. Just back and forth so far between Tarson and Socke. Oh, I just cannot believe what I'm seeing here so far. This is an excellent Game 3. It's anybody's game right now as we're heading into more action. As these medvacs coming around with some units. Of course, now they're turning around. Looks like, storm's coming down inside Tarson's expansion here. And it looks like that's pretty much it for what was in there. Looked like a little bit of a force detour there. And Socke coming in with more reinforcements. That Observer going to be forced back. Void Ray coming in. Will they take that turret down? Doesn't look like it. Looks like that Void Ray going to be getting hit pretty hard there from that turret. And it doesn't look like that turret's going to be taking out that Void Ray. And Socke just pushing it again, forcing Tarson into the back there. More storms coming down as another Templar trying to come in here. No energy on it, though. And, man, that turret just coming in and taking out those Void Rays. As Tarson now expanding to that bottom, or so he thinks, as there's some forces here to be reckoned with. A Void Ray, of course, look at that. Oh, that's why the Void Ray pushed back, and with 6 HP left. Oh, my goodness. Now hitting that orbital command that's coming down. And Marauders coming in. Not a lot of health on a lot of these units. Oh, and forcing Tarson back as these Stalkers coming in with some Zealots now warping in here. Going to take out this orbital command. Yet again, another waste of 400 resources there for Tarson. As it looks like, yeah, this orbital command will be going down. Mule's coming down. Of course, they're not going to be doing a whole lot. And in come the Marauders, going to take out what they can. Storms coming down onto those Marauders. And Zealots just getting batted back and forth. And it looks like this orbital command, at 100 HP, is lifted off and it's burning. Burning as much as Tarson gets the upper hand down here just by a little bit, just coming in at the right time. SCV's coming down the mine, and this orbital command, it's going down so fast. Are we going to repair it? Will it go down? 36, 30, 26, no repairs yet, 18, 16. And it's repairing. Saved by like 2 seconds there as he starts sending out more to saturate that expansion and repair that expansion, because it's not going to last long in its current state. And it looks like just Tarson going out on this bottom side, just going to see what he can do here, just to take out what he sees on the Socke side, taking out that pylon, blocking those reinforcements from coming in. Socke taking this upper gold expansion, going to really help his economy. As we see here, the economy pretty even on both sides, but once Socke gets this expansion, we're probably going to see Socke get in the lead here for mineral count. And it looks like carriers now being formed for Socke. That could make or break this as we go into it. Of course, carriers really good at taking the damage away from the carriers itself, and all these little things flying around as Tarson starts coming up on the west side of the map. Or I'm sorry, east side of the map. I'm just really bad with directions here apparently. And he just pulls back again, thinking, oh, we'll pull Socke out into a little bit, but it doesn't look like Socke's going for it. Looks like Tarson going around the other side now, going to come up on the left side of the map and start hitting. And one carrier just coming out here. It doesn't look like that carrier is going to last as it starts getting hit by these Vikings and these Marines, and it makes it. Oh my goodness. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not these Vikings. Oh, it goes down, and down go all those interceptors. That's a shame. That's a big waste of resources there. It got stuck out there all alone, and another carrier coming out now. As Tarson retreats and starts regaining, building up his forces even more, as we see 129 right now to 122 supply being used right now on both sides. It looks like Socke really going in here to defend, putting some photon cannons just to defend a little bit, as much as they can. And these medevacs just healing what they can as these units are passing by, and these medevacs now trying to catch up. And another expansion down here now for Tarson, putting down a sensor tower just to kind of get a little bit of a feel here, and also the graviton catapult here for those carriers, just to get those interceptors out a little bit faster. Another Nexus coming down here somewhere. Oh, up here in the corner. So it looks like both of them trying to expand, both of them trying to get as many resources as possible so that the other side cannot get the upper hand on resources. Of course, Tarson not going for this gold expansion, and he's just trying to take this whole crescent moon here, and a very good play getting another sensor tower out so he can see anything that's coming in. And of course, he sees this little bit coming in here, putting the scan down, seeing exactly what's coming out, seeing all of these Templar. Of course, Socke also putting down a pylon here just to add support where it can be used. And these Vikings coming in, and all the massive storms coming down on both sides. EMPs coming down, taking out shields, taking out energy. And Tarson and Socke just going neck and neck here, just trying to take each other out. And it looks like Tarson definitely having the upper hand here. These Archons coming in, trying to take out what they can with a lot of energy for shielding. And Tarson not advancing yet, not trying to get his feet too dirty yet inside the onside of Socke's side of the map. Just trying to bide his time here as he starts moving forward now on the other side. And will we see him go for this gold expansion here? Those cannons start going in the action. Storm coming down on what he can, and it looks like he did hit these Marauders pretty well here. Another storm coming down, another storm coming down, and a mass amount of storms with all these High Templar taking down the bulk of Tarson's army as we push in here, and nothing here to defend anymore except for these little bit of Zealots. This one Templar just not having any energy. He's just kind of coming up to join the party with his fellow Zealots as these Zealots getting pummeled to death by those concussive shells of the Marauders. Another Templar coming up from the north here to try and do what he can, and just can't float fast enough. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. And these Vikings, look at that. Vikings with minimal health here, retreating like they can. And Medvacs full of units, and of course not all of them full of health either, but they start coming in. The scan goes down up in the north. He doesn't see anything here, so he starts bringing those Medvacs in. Another scan up here, seeing what is up here, and Medvacs just coming and dropping what he can, taking out these cannons. And will we see this expansion go down? It's very likely that we will, because there's not a lot coming in yet. And will it be here in time? Looks like that Nexus goes down. Yeah, it goes down, and Storm's coming down. This carrier not getting... Oh, it is getting hit now. These Marines focus firing that carrier down. That carrier running away. It should have just stayed there, because it looks like these Stin Marines are going to catch up to it and take it down as he starts going for this gold expansion yet again, trying to take this gold expansion down. And the Storm's pushing Tarson back, knowing he does not have what it takes to get this expansion. And of course, we do have more units coming around the left side, and there's one Immortal just kind of sitting there, not doing anything.